colon hydrotherapist, and I'm here to introduce you to what will happen in your first visit for your colon hydrotherapy session. And so to start off with, your colon is about 5.5 feet long, and imagine it to be kind of right underneath your throat, all the way down to your toes is how long it is, 5.5 feet, and it's about 2.5 inches around, and it can actually stretch out to 18 to 19 inches or actually larger. So with that is what happens is when it gets inflamed, then we have circulation problems and we have inflammatory problems, and then the poop does not want to move through the colon calmly and smoothly, so that becomes a big issue. So, and then on top of that, you also have 21.5 feet of small intestine, and every 1.5 inches, your intestine takes a big turn. So imagine that on top of 5.5 feet of colon, then you have 21.5 feet of small intestinal tract. So, and your colon is the CEO of your body. No matter what anybody says, it truly is. It is the golden coin to your body, and it runs everything. It makes you feel good, makes you not feel good. So on top of that now, then I'm going to explain this to you how this process works. So here's your bottom down here. It comes up here. This is your descending colon. Comes up and takes a big turn in here. Comes across to your transverse colon, and your transverse is about 7 to 14 inches long, your longest part of your colon in that area. And this is where we always feel really full. When we overeat or eat too much, or we feel like it's not moving, then we kind of lean back because it really does blow up and make us feel inflamed and bloated is what it does. So then it also comes over here, takes a big turn here, and it comes and it ends way up in here. Here's your appendix sticking out up here. And then this area right here is your cecum, okay? And your cecum is a little bit larger area. It's a little bit wider, as you can see in there. And this is where candida and yeast get stored, okay? Through breads, dairy, sugar, all kinds of, toxic things that we love to eat that we shouldn't be doing. So when this gets stored up here, this is really hard to remove. It doesn't just like come out even with the poop. It stays up there. It's real buttery, creamy, and it lives along the edges, and it just does not move very good. So it takes a lot of work to get that to come down, because remember, that's 5.5 feet from home, and it's really cozy up there, and it loves to live up there and cause havoc on your body. So, and now on top of that, this is your peristotle. This is your muscle that makes your colon move, okay? You can go sit on the toilet for 20 minutes every day. You probably won't go to the bathroom. But if you're having a cup of coffee with your best friend and all of a sudden you're like, whoa, I gotta go to the bathroom, you just get up and go. Who does that? That's your peristotle that is decided to move. And he's going to move your body and the poop along with it. So that's why it's important for us to keep him not pounded up with, bad products, food, stress, Miralax, all these things that we keep taking so we can try to get the gas out and poop. So we don't want to do that to it, because pretty soon it can't breathe. So with that, then we form gas from toxins that lay in there and just stay on top of it. So, and then the other thing is as we age, and this is a picture perfect, remember, picture perfect doesn't really exist, right? But anyway, so this is as we age, what happens to our colon. It stretches out. Women have children 9 months out, 9 months, back, whatever it takes to keep it in shape. So what happens eventually, if you stretch that enough, lose weight, gain weight, eat bad, eat pizza, pasta, all those things, you keep irritating it. Pretty soon it won't do what it's supposed to do. So then you're going to get these little jags in here, like this right here. This is called leaky gut syndrome. So, sure, everything is curable. You go visit the doctor, they'll get your prescription, and you can take care of it that way. But as we age, you can see these things will not bounce back. So here's a plug colon right here that'll send you to emergency room to get checked, because that'll put you in enough pain, you'll know. But the biggest thing I'm trying to explain too is as we age, we're all getting older, that this colon gets stretched out and it gets so skinny. But no matter what you eat, it still has to go through the colon. It's not like there's any shortcut out of it, okay? So imagine every food you eat and that gets so skinny. How's that food going to get through there? And then that causes cramping and constipation and backup. So anyway, so that's that part of it. And then the other thing is your brain and your colon are best friends. They're totally, you have to believe this. Every thought the brain has, the colon has a reaction. So it's a so you may be caught in traffic, or you may be late for work, or the kids have got you stressed out, or whatever it is. But, once you get calmed down, the freeway straightens out, or get the kids off to school and everything's fine, now you're back at work, or you got your shopping done, you're kind of like, oh, I'm okay now. you're okay because you have visual that you see it's okay, but the gut took the hit. So every time you do that, you're punching it, you know? And so with that becomes stress, tightness, and irritation. So, and then the other thing is healthy gut, healthy body. My best way to explain that is a newborn baby. Most babies nurse from their mothers, okay? So when the baby takes all the nutrients in, it's all liquid, it goes, it's totally dispersed to wherever it needs to go. And then usually, shortly after that, maybe 10, 20 minutes, they poop. They just, because that is a healthy gut, a gift from God who made your body. That becomes your healthy body because they have no stress yet. They haven't ever touched a Snicker. They don't eat Twinkies, and they just are there, and they're beautifully made, so they have this wonderful immune system, and so that's why they can poop so good. Okay, so what happens here now is this is how this looks. Obviously the brown is the poop, so what happens is when this gets plugged up or backed up or we're not feeling good and we've eaten bad foods, this is what starts to happen because there's not enough water to move it to. And so what happens is there's a lot of gas bubbles in your whole colon down there. So imagine that you have all these gas bubbles down here in your colon. So this poop comes along and says, hey, I want to get out. I feel the urge to, we've all had the urge. I feel the urge that I want to go. I just need to just boop, get out and I'll be done. But the gas bubbles are tough. They're like really strong, really, really strong. And they're like, no, I don't think so. So this poop can't go anywhere. So it's like, well, I guess I'll just sit here. So it becomes gas, poop, gas, poop, gas, poop. So like I say, imagine it that there's one car wreck on the freeway when you're going to the Coeur d'Alene Resort. That's all it takes. Just one bad car wreck and all of you come to a stop, okay? Nobody's going anywhere until the cops come, the ambulance comes, the fire truck comes, removes it, pushes it to the side, and then you all start going again slowly. That's what happens in the colon. When one stops, pretty much sure, not everybody's gonna come out. So what happens is, pretty soon you can get a little bit of IBS diarrhea. It comes in here and kind of like comes out. I mean, it's not a closed garage door for sure. So, because there's gas down here, so everybody kind of drops in like, well, I went a little bit today, you know, like rabbits. So then this guy drops down, this guy drops down. But as this lays here long enough, then gas just keeps building up. So it kind of like feeds off of it. So you begin to feel more bloated here. And women, your back hurts an awful lot. That's where we get backaches because obviously nothing's going to blow up, but it's going to move around and cause gas. So eventually what happens is when this is your small intestinal tract again, 21.5 feet, 5.5 feet right here, not this tiny little picture, remember? So as this Ezekiel valve opens up and this liquid comes in, gets formed with poop. So if you're not moving very good, this guy becomes a big ugly slug. Nobody likes slugs. So he is sitting right there like, well, I'll just sit here. So that becomes bad because Jeanne does not like anything way up high up here in the colon because this is the area where yeast and candida live. So they begin to feed off of it. So you're looking at, wow, 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 not good. So anyway, that's kind of my job is I come in and we massage with the legs, the arms, the upper neck area. I put oil on your glands and your neck because that really helps too. I massage your feet, that's where all the nerve endings end. And so I come in here to try to get this guy stimulated so that he will move because I want to get that gas out of there. So warm water is coming into the colon, that's it, only warm water. And so as it comes in, then it's going to soften things, loosen things, my massaging. And then when we reverse it, when you become full, and you'll know that, then we're going to start to take it out. So we want to break that gas. And again, remember, they're like place cards. They're very powerful. So when the water's coming in this way, and I'm putting enough pressure on eventually, and then I reverse it, the water comes down and that gas lays down. It can't withstand the pressure. So then hopefully, as we keep massaging, then poop will start to follow up behind the gas that's been blocking it. So usually what happens then, as the gas is like, oh no, that's enough. Don't give Jeanne any more. So then it becomes another foul card. So then we fill you back up. I massage, fill you back up, we do it again. I fill you up, we do it again. Because we really want to get that roll to going because it's up there. It's just that gas is so powerful, it can hold it. So that kind of really does wrap it up. And I think the biggest thing I can tell you is to hydrate. Water moves poop, okay? And your colon is the CEO of your body. It runs your mind. It makes you feel better after you get a colonic because the fog will be gone some. And it's just an overall good cleansing because how often do you do that? You clean your car, you clean your home, you vacuum it, you take a shower on the outside of your skin. But when do you really ever get in there and clean the colon? So it's just powerful in every way. Helps clear up the outer skin, just all kinds of things. So I look forward to seeing you when you come in for your appointment, or if you're thinking about it, call me and we'll schedule one or answer any questions I can for you. Take care and always be well.